Hello everybody, I'm Rich Stokes and we're going to learn Where Did You Sleep Last Night? Going to talk a little bit about the Nirvana version, a little bit about the Leadbelly version, and I'm going to give you some pointers on how to craft your own solo performance of the song. So, yeah, Where Did You Sleep Last Night, also known as In the Pines, Appalachian folk tune made famous by Leadbelly. Definitely a version of him singing that on YouTube, definitely check it out, it's astonishing. But you're probably more familiar with the Nirvana version. He actually learnt, Kurt Cobain from Nirvana actually learnt the song from Mark Lanegan of the Screaming Trees, and now an astonishing solo artist and part-time member of the Gutter Twins. And in Mark Lanegan's amazing book, Sing Backwards and Weep, which I can heartily recommend, he describes recording the song with Kurt Cobain on guitar for the first Mark Lanegan solo album, The Winding Sheet. And the version is not unlike a sort of grunge supergroup type thing. It's got members of Nirvana playing on it. Mark Lanegan sings it. Also very good version. Definitely check it out. We are going to kick off though with the Nirvana unplugged version. So, Leadbelly, who originated the tune, I think he plays it in E major. Gives him an extra bit of bluesy swing there. My girl. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do it in E minor because we believe in doom and damnation. So I'm going to suggest that you play simple E minor, first finger, second fret on the A string, second finger, second fret on the D string, and you've got the whole chord there. Okay, but you're going to pick out the B note, which is the second fret on the A. So we're going and B, then down to A. So same shape as the E, but we're moving it up one. So your open string is now the A, and we've got first finger, second fret on the D string, second finger, second fret, G string. So that's the A. Now we're going to drop down into a G. Again, we're only really going to need 2 fingers for this one. You can play a full G chord, but I'm kind of going with the more sludgy, grungy, bluesy version. So we're just going to get that first finger back on the B, the second fret of the A string, but we're going to get the root note on the third fret of the E this time. Right, so we've got jump up to the B again, but this time we're going to play a big fat bar chord. So you want to get your finger straight across the second fret, top to bottom. We're even slightly touching this because the last thing we want is an E to turn up here because we're trying to get up high here. So we've got all of that, and that should sound dead because we should be just slightly touching it with the edge of our finger. Now, once you've got a nice bar shape, we're going to go second finger, 4th fret D, third finger, 4th fret on the G string, and the tiny little pinky on the 4th fret on the B string. And then back to E. If that's tough, what I can recommend is we use a power chord. Kurt Cobain, big fan of power chords. So if we don't want to do a bar chord, we're just going the B, second fret on the A, then third finger, 4th fret on the D, and then get the pinky in there, 4th fret on the G. Okay, you can still do that. So all the way through, we're going and E and B and A, down to G, up to B and E. Right, so that should be fairly straightforward. And the moving between the chords, because it's this lovely 3/4, gives you there's almost like a hesitation in between the chord exchanges, which is why this is such a lovely song to begin with. Also, if you are playing the power chord version of the B, that means that this first finger doesn't have to move hardly at all between the G. You can literally just switch it out. Third finger gets out of the way, second finger gets out of the way, third and fourth fingers jump in. And that does leave you a little bit of room to give that lovely Krist Novoselic sloping, added a little bit of bass in there too. Now, if you're very clever, you'll have noticed that I've left something out. If you're very familiar with the Nirvana version, and that is that lovely little run at the beginning. Leadbelly does it as well. Does it actually even more than Kurt Cobain? Right. And we're going to achieve that very simply. So it just gets you from the E minor up to the A. Then we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, A. Right. And that's it for the whole song, all the way through. If you try and play along with the Nirvana version, you will have trouble because they detune their guitars by 1/2 a step, by 1 semitone. So everything is down 1 fret. Essentially, they're playing the song in E flat instead of E. I think just to give all their music a little bit more of that sort of meaty bottom end. I've heard people say it's because Kurt Cobain found it easier to sing, but I don't know, guy had such an amazing range. I find it very difficult to believe that he needed that extra bit of wiggle room, but I may be completely wrong. So, that is how we do that. But you might be thinking, hang on, Rich. The thing we all remember about the Nirvana version of that song is Kurt Cobain's amazing scream high note at the showstopper at the end of the tune. And not all of us are going to be able to do that. And I wish I could turn us all into astonishing vocalists, but I cannot. So for those of us who are not blessed with those extra bit of octave range, I've got a few plans. What we can do is take a leaf out of the Mark Lanegan book and start off the octave down, so that when we shoot up an octave, so we can start off like that, my girl, and then so when we get to the end, we can be doing the high note by leaping the octave. My girl. So we still get that feeling of showstopper note without actually having to sing all the way up there. Maybe you are blessed with such a vocal range. If so, all the best to you. But as you will have noticed from my bumbling then, that's a slightly too low. Whoa. So what I'm going to do is get our good friend the capo, and I'll put it on, I don't know, I'll put it on the 2nd fret. So that's essentially made the guitar restart from the 2nd fret. So instead of, it's all the chord shapes are exactly the same, but the song is now in F sharp minor and not in E minor. Now what I'm going to do is I'll sing the first verse, just picking at the chords, and then move into a more full-blooded 3/4 strum at the point at which the actual band would come in the Nirvana performance, to give a feeling of momentum. And another thing you can do, which will flesh out the chords a little bit, is if you're playing the E minor with your 1st and 2nd fingers, these guys ain't doing nothing, let's give them a job. I'm going, so we're going little hammer-ons, little, what I like to call piggy wiggies, as me and no one else in the whole history of music, apart from people who've been unfortunate enough to work with me, call them. So we're getting the third finger on the 5th fret and just letting it hammer on, pull off, on, off. And that can add a little bit of bluesy ambience. Yeah, I wish I'd learnt this capo trick when I was a young man. I can remember practicing this song in my bedroom and my mum coming in and going, "I can hear you at the top of the garden." And apparently that was not a good thing. So, let's see how this goes. It goes bad. It goes bad. So, let's see how this goes. My girl, don't lie to me. Tell me, where did you sleep last night? In the pines, where the sun never shines. I shiver the whole night through. My girl, where will you go? I'm going where the cold wind blows. In the pines, where the sun never shines. I shiver the whole night through. Her husband was a hard-working man, lived about a mile from here. His head was found in the driving wheel, but his body never was found. My girl, don't lie to me. Tell me, where did you sleep last night? In the pines, where the sun never shines. I will shiver the whole night through. Shiver for me. Tell me, where did you sleep last night? In the pines, where the sun never shines. I shiver the whole night through. My girl, don't lie to me. Tell me, where did you sleep last night? In the pines, where the sun never shines. I shiver the whole night through. My girl, where will you go? I'm going where the cold wind blows. In the pines, where the sun never shines. I'll shiver the whole night through. Cool, so that's how I would do it. you enjoyed that, please like, please subscribe, and if there are any other songs you'd like to learn, then please comment below. Have a look around the channel, see some of my other videos, and I'll be back very soon. Cheers, bye.